going to start the first portion of my hand washing lab, which is no wash, after I put on the Glow Germ lotion-based simulated germs. Oops. I'm going to put about a quarter size amount in the palm of my hand. It got over me a little bit more than I expected. I'm going to take that, I'm going to rub it in as if it were lotion, kind of just all over my hands here. Alright. So the next thing I'm going to do is use the transfer pipette to transfer 3 milliliters of water into the no wash. That's my first one here on the left, into a tube in the no wash part. I'm going to repeat that again here with another tube. Alright, put that back. Alright. Now I'm going to turn off the lights and see how much Glow Germ got on the tubes. So you can see my hands have quite a bit, just kind of all over them. You can see the little particles. It's far too many to actually count, but there, you can tell they're all over. On the actual pipette, not as many as I thought, maybe a couple. And then on the tubes themselves, in the no wash, a few particles here and there. Surprisingly, most of it stayed on my hands, which is kind of interesting. Alright, so I'm going to move on to the next step, which is the quick wash, how we normally would wash our hands, at least how I normally wash my hands. So I'm just going to go ahead and, well, I'll turn on the lights here. And, alright, good. I'm going to wash my hands here in the sink. Just a quick wash. Use some paper towels to dry. Alright, so after that quick wash, I'm going to transfer a few milliliters using a new pipette in the quick wash and 2 new test tubes. didn't get very many glow germs on my last pipette, so I'm trying to kind of like hold this a bit more to see if it transfers more than what I expected. Alright, I'm going to shut off the lights again. So using my UV light, I'm going to check out my hands again here. Not too bad. Quick wash did surprisingly well. My apron, don't really see too much there. Huh. Well, I guess I did pretty well cleaning my hands with my quick wash. You can see a few germs right here underneath my fingernail, germ spot. You can see a bit right here. A couple spots on the back of my hand. So maybe like, oh, there's one on my pinky. Maybe like 5 spots total on my hands. I'll look at the pipette. Once again, it's not really contaminated at all. Kind of like the no wash wasn't. Which was, like I said, kind of surprising to me. Don't really see anything on the first tube. Also not anything on the second, oh, maybe one spot on the second tube. Oh, that might also just be a water droplet. Okay, so it looked like the quick wash did pretty well. For the next part, I'm going to reapply the glow germ, and I'm going to do a good hand wash. While I'm doing that, I'll explain kind of what I'm doing here. So before I do it, I'm just going to set out a couple pieces of paper towel. I'm going to rip one in half. One's going to be to put the soap on my hands. The other is going to be to actually turn on the faucet here. Alright, so I'm going to use my first piece of paper towel to turn on the faucet. Sometimes this water gets a little hot, so I'm just going to turn it down a bit. And after I'm done with that, I'm going to throw it away. I'm going to wet my hands. I'm going to use that other paper towel to push down the soap. Get a nice good amount of soap there. I'm going to throw that away afterwards. First, I'm going to rinse it around in my palms. Try to keep my hands pointed down in the sink so that everything can run kind of down off of it. I'm going to get the backs of my hands next. And then in between my fingers. Germs love hiding out there. And you know what? I forgot to actually put on the glow germ, so I'm just going to rinse that off, but I'm going to do the same thing again here in the next couple minutes. I don't want to cut the YouTube video, so because I don't know how to edit videos, so I'm just going to restart and do that again. Alright, so before I get my hands all germy and contaminated, I'm going to set up my half sheet system. One to use on the soap, one to use on the faucet. And then I'm going to use the glow germ. Really give myself a good one this time. So about a quarter size. Kind of just wash it around here on my hands. Make sure it gets all over really well. Alright, so I'm going to do that same thing again here with the good hand wash, walking you through the whole time. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is use a paper towel to turn on the sink here. And then I'm just going to throw that away. Next, I'm going to rinse my hands. Just give them a little rinse here. And then use another paper towel to get a good amount of soap. Then I'm going to throw that paper towel away. First, I'll use the soap all over my palms. And then the backs of my hands. All the way kind of up to the wrists. Palms, backs, in between my fingers. And then on my actual knuckles. Make sure you get the knuckles really well. They like to hold germs. Get your thumbs and the crease on the behind each thumb. That crease there likes to hold germs. And then the palms again. Alright. I'm going to use the brush to get my fingernails really well. You can see how some of the water's kind of splashing back at me. That's one of the good reasons that we use the PPE, have the apron on, so that if any contaminations do splash on you, they can get on your apron rather than on your clothes or on your body. Getting my fingernails really well, kind of scraping underneath them. Luckily I have short fingernails right now, so that helps. Do the same thing with my other hand. Final rinse. My water's a little too hot. Rinsing from your wrist down. And then I'm going to turn off the faucet with another paper towel here. And now I'm going to dry with a few paper towels. I'm going to go from the wrist down. Alright, let's see how I did. I'll do the good wash transfer now, using the pipette in the good wash station. use my light again here. I forgot to turn the lights on last time, so they're already off. I'm gonna use the light again. Kind of just look at my hands. Maybe one or two tiny spots. One there. It's surprising the spots that I find are kind of on places where I didn't think that I missed. Like the back of my fingers there. Probably about 5 spots on each hand. Let's check out the good wash station. My pipette, as it has before, looks pretty clean. First beaker, nothing on it, or first test tube, nothing on it. Nothing on the other test tube. I'll look at my apron. Couple spots down here, but I don't know if that was from last time or this time. Oh, actually that's just water. Oh, never mind. Well, that concludes the hand washing lab. I hope that I got enough of the video here to suffice, but thank you for your time, and that's it.